Hi, Gabby Turner here, and in this video we're doing a pick a card. I'll tell you the options here in a moment if you didn't see them in the thumbnail. But our pick a card is, and this can be about any person, it doesn't have to be a romantic person. Are they who you think they are? And we're going to determine to what degree that is true. So we have three options here. Number one is goldenrod, which is a type of flower, sort of a weed or wildflower. Number two, rose petals. And number three, dandelion. So goldenrod, rose petals, and dandelion, those are your options. So you can sort of tune into which one seems to be calling out to you. I chose all of those because they all happen to be things you can make tea out of. I don't know. Also, they're just sort of pretty. And I don't know, botanicals are nice. Plants are fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get into number one, goldenrod. All right, so I've already pre-shuffled because I'm holding the camera with one hand here. But I'm going to pull three cards, goldenrod group, for a yes or no. If most cards are upright, then, well, if they're all are upright, then you really know who this person is. If they're all reversed, then you really don't. And if it's a mixture, then it's a mixture. You know, it could lean one way more than the other. For example, if you had two cards upright, then you pretty much know who they are, but there might be a part of them that you don't. Here we have all three cards reversed. So whoever it is that you wanted to watch this for, whoever is on your mind, you do not know who this person is. And so these are the specific cards I've got. There's a Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Six of Wands reversed. So the reversal here just has to do with the no. So I'm going to turn them around and look at them. I think you don't know something about this person's experience in terms of some sort of healing process they've been through in a relationship. And I think it is something, this is something that relates to their childhood. So this may be a relationship of some kind. You know, it could be family member, a friend, or whatever, because it feels like it goes back to childhood. But there's some sort of relationship that this person has really struggled to bring to a better place and to heal. Is it family, or is it different for different people? I think for it's going to be whoever this person is. If it's a family or whoever, you know, this could have been someone they dated when they were a teenager, technically a child, but it's going to be different for different people. But you don't know about the difficulties this person has been through in terms of healing this particular relationship. I feel like part of what the issue is in this relationship is this person is very, well, I think this person and the person that they've struggled to heal from or heal with, improve the situation with, they're both very sort of fiery and outspoken, and you know, can have a temper perhaps. Now, the person you're asking about, they do try to see that other person's perspective, and they really go out of their way to do so. So it's like, okay, I understand that you're mad and that you're really spouting off right now, but I'm diving deep, you know, like I'm going deep here to try to understand who you are and like why you're upset and what's going on. I think that the other person who in this relationship of whatever kind it is since childhood, this other person, I think, could have a sort of addictive personality. And so their way of coping when these two have an argument or something, the other person's way of coping is, I think, to sort of lean into toxic or maladaptive coping mechanisms. So it could be some sort of substance for some of them. It could be limerence, which is like the addiction to the sort of high or the drama or the intensity of falling in love. It could be any sort of thing. You know, it could be gambling. In fact, I think for a lot of them it might be gambling, because I'll also clarify with the Wheel of Fortune. But the Wheel of Fortune could also mean that this person's just very erratic and up and down, which I think goes back to their sort of addictive personality. Again, it may or may not be a substance that the person is addicted to, but they have sort of an addictive to toxic, maladaptive ways of coping when they are stressed out. And it does stress them out, you know, when they get into an argument with the person that you're watching this for. Thank you for following. So why do you need to know this? The Nine of Wands, which is basically just like the wisdom of experience, you know, like for your own, for you to know how to approach this situation better. It is good for you to know that this is a lifelong struggle for this person to kind of like try to heal and improve this relationship. So where does your person that you're watching this for, where are they at in this situation so far? We have the Five of Swords. So I think basically it's like they're in a place of surrender. You see how this guy is just like stretched out, you know, looking up at the sky, just sort of accepting it. Like, well, this is just the reality. I think the heart is very open. You know, you notice the heart space is just wide open, you know, like, so the person you're asking about, they really do still love this person very much. And there are all these roses as well in the imagery on this. This is the Cosmic Tarot deck, by the way. I meant to say that in the intro, and I think I forgot. They really love this person. I think they cherish them, in fact. But they do still feel like, you know, it's similar to that Hanged Man card of this sort of feeling of like, well, I have to always be sacrificing in order to make things okay with this person, you know? Like just giving of myself and giving of myself. But they sort of accept it in a way that that's just the only way that this relationship seems to work. And again, here we have the Ace of Cups. So lots of love here between the two of, lots of love between these two people, but it's very clear that the person you're asking about tends to take the high road in this dynamic. So what's the advice to you is the High Priestess. So this is about getting in touch with your own sort of intuitive understanding of this person. Maybe sometimes with the High Priestess, we can kind of be picking up on something with a person and not really know what the source of it is. Or like, okay, you know, like I've done this before. I'm like, I can kind of tell what mood a person is in and like wrongly attribute whatever their mood is to something else, which I think a lot of people do. But I'm just saying, like, you've probably picked up something here intuitively. You understand, okay, there's some issue here, but I don't entirely know what it is. And, yeah, I mean, you are very intuitive. I just think that you didn't know maybe the details. You were picking up some aspect of it. Now that you have the details, maybe it will make a little bit more sense. And with the Two of Wands, it just helps you to sort of navigate your own interactions with this person that you're asking about as well. So that's what I have to say for those of you who chose the Goldenrod group number 1. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. So now it is time for group 2, the Rose Petals group. So I've already pre-shuffled these because I'm holding the camera with one hand. But I'll kind of like shuffle them a little bit more. And I'm going to pull 3 cards. So remember, the question is, are they who you think they are? Keep that person in mind who you're wanting to know. And if most of the cards or all of the cards are upright, then you do. If most or all of them are reversed, then you don't. In your case, 2 of the cards are reversed. One of the cards is upright. So you know you're a little bit correct. You're correct about some things, but other things not so much. So the card that is upright is the Star card. So you do know that this person is really special in some way. I'm going to clarify that. And we get the 10 of Wands. So I think it's like, yes, they're a special person, and they may even be in the spotlight in some way. A lot of times the star card can be a star as in a celebrity of some kind. You know, in these days with influencers and things, you can have lots of people who have celebrity at different levels, but they're in some sort of spotlight, and they're, I think, well thought of, and you know this, but also because we have the 10 of Wands clarifying it, it's not always easy for this person to be having this experience of being exposed and being in the spotlight, or maybe whatever people's expectations of them are as well. Let me ask, which part of it is the most difficult? I feel like this person feels actually genuinely lonely. And I guess the irony of being the star, you know, like the star of the show. And then it's like, well, secretly, this is who I am. You know, just like I'm lonely. 5 of Cups. I'm lonely and I don't know how to get beyond loneliness. So that's part of what you may not know that part of it, the hardship. But I think I mean, maybe you did. I don't know. So those were just clarifiers to the star card. You picked up some of that, probably this celebrity part of it, and that this person is very special in some way. Maybe they're very talented or they just stand out. But the cards you had reversed are the Princess of Pentacles and the Prince of Swords. So I'm going to have to clarify here. Are these... So I think these are aspects of this person, aspects of who this person is. I was just clarifying because sometimes with court cards, it's indicating someone who's in that person's life that maybe you didn't know about. In this case, these cards are both representing an aspect of who this person is. So I think that you may not know about this person, some sort of intellectual interest that they have with the Prince of Swords. And I'm clarifying it. Okay, yeah. Prince of Swords, Strength card, and also the Hermit card. This person is a very deep thinker, and I think that there are some topics that are really like close to the heart for this person, which is for me always what part of what the Strength card indicates, something that's very heart-centered. So yeah, there's something very dear to this person's heart that they love to explore intellectually, maybe to some degree sort of like philosophically or even spiritually as well. The Hermit card doesn't always indicate spirituality, but it does indicate a sort of thoughtfulness again. This is a very contemplative. This person's very contemplative. Yeah, deeply and profoundly, like they're like contemplating like deep and profound things, and you just may not know that about them. Maybe you've never talked about it. I don't know. I don't think this person is going out of their way to hide it, but they don't necessarily go out of their way to share it either. I think that they don't always trust people with this side of themselves. The other thing you don't know about them is the Princess of Pentacles. Another aspect of their personality. And I've clarified that with the King of Wands. I feel like what they're saying is that you may not realize that this person does try to get people's attention with their looks. Maybe you didn't realize that. You know, whoever they happen to be. They actively try to like get people's attention with their looks. I don't know how else to say it. And what's interesting with the 8 of Cups is like they always feel like it's a losing battle or something. Like when they're doing aesthetic sort of things, you know, like Venus type things, which is like, you know, beauty and adornment and those types of things. You know, like what she's doing here, you know. She's beautified herself. She's looking all pretty. And she's trying to get attention, you know. I think like romantic or sexual attention. I mean, I said she because this is a she on the card, but your person, whatever their gender happens to be, like they try to make themselves look good in order to attract people. But like I said, they feel like it's a losing battle. Like they don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe it works, or it's like... Maybe I feel this way too sometimes as a Venus and Scorpio person because it's not a great placement for Venus. Although it's a fun. I like it. I like the placement. But in terms of like trying to dress to impress and that type of thing, it does always feel that way. I feel like with Venus and Scorpio, it's like because it's like even if you do like you look really good, it's almost like it feels sort of emotionally hollow or something at the same time. It's like there's a difficulty in even being able to enjoy or appreciate, you know. So anyway, this is something this person struggles with. They want people to approve of their looks and their style and all of that, but they don't think that people do. All right. So why do you need to know any of this about this first person from this reading? Like, why is it helpful? I think for you guys, I'm getting the Nine of Cups. So there is a very sweet and loving connection between the two of you. And I think that knowing these things about this person maybe just facilitates your own sort of appreciation and respect and love for them. Let's see if there's an advice card for you. Thank you if you've held out towards the end. I feel like at one point with that style thing, I was just stumbling over and repeating myself. The advice card is the Prince of Swords. So I think you should know with this person if you don't know already. Like I said, they are very deep and thoughtful, but like they're like emotionally and psychologically too. This person is very deep. There's nothing superficial about them. Like I said, they do try to put on those superficial attractiveness things sometimes, but it never really fulfills them. You know, like they're more fulfilled by those deep things. Like they want to talk about, like, let's just be real, you know, like let's talk about the real stuff. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Like, let's dig deep, you know? And I feel like, so that as an advice card, it's just telling you like, this is what you should, how you need to approach this person. If you really, I think if you really want to respect who they actually are and yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think. Thank you so much, Rose Petal group, for watching. I'm going to move on to the next group now. All right, welcome group number 3, the Dandelion group. So I'm holding the camera with one hand. I've already shuffled the cards, but I am going to pull, kind of shuffle them up a little just now. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and we're answering the question, are they, the person on your mind, are they who you think they are? Most of your cards are reversed, which means you're getting it right a little bit, but there's a lot that you are still missing. It doesn't necessarily mean you're getting it wrong, I guess, but you are missing some things. So let's talk it out. So this is what you're getting correct. The Empress card was upright. So it's kind of reminding me of group 1 right now. But the Empress card is someone who's beautiful, who's, this is usually like the popular girl, right? Like she's winning at life. She's the prettiest, you know, she's got money. She can buy the things that she wants. She dresses well, all of that. Oh my. And it's clarified by the 3 of Wands. Like she's very attractive, or he, this person that you're asking about, extremely attractive, very popular. I do feel that sometimes this person could come across a little bit snobby, because it's like, it's almost like there's a little bit of an entitled energy that they sometimes exude. It's like, yeah, but I deserve to be adored. So boring being adored. You know, that type of thing. But anyway, they're popular and, you know, I'd say deserve it. And you know that about them. So what do you not know about them? One of your reverse cards was the 5 of Wands reversed. So I think that you don't know something about some sort of conflict or struggle in this person's life. Let's just clarify here. Okay. I think you don't know about, well, this is interesting. You don't know about some sort of conflict this person has with their own child. Now, if the person that you're asking about does not have a child, then I don't think that this is your reading, because this is very specific. This person doesn't always get along perfectly with their own child. I think that there are sort of ego struggles, you know, and I think probably both of them feels like it's the other one who's in their ego. It's not me, it's you. I'm right. I'm right, and you're the one who's in your ego. I don't know, there's some sort of situation there. So what do you most what is most helpful for you to know about this? Let's see. So I get the Moon card and the Prince of Pentacles. I think it's sort of like maybe tread slowly with this person. It isn't that you should like rule them out and be like, oh my God, you don't get along with your child perfectly. You know, like, I mean, it's pretty common. But I think you should tread lightly, maybe around the situation itself as well. Let me see, is there on this? But also about the person. You know, there is some aspect of what this dynamic is with this person and their child that is not, it's like, don't rush in, you know, like don't rush in with this person. You should kind of like slowly venture in, you know, and slowly venture in. I don't know, if like you're getting to know this person or something, I'm just saying like to be cautious and take your time. Definitely be cautious if you're thinking about having a child with this person. It may not be a very good idea. All right, and then the other thing that I was getting that you don't know, it was represented by the Three of Pentacles reversed. And so this is something related to their career. What do you not know about their career or their work? So we have Three of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Prince of Wands. I feel like this person left behind some sort of workplace situation. It's like they're like just getting rid of it. Like, I'm just going to like brush this workplace situation off my shoulder. I'm moving on. I don't want anything to do with this anymore because I'm wanting to level up and take the next step. So you don't know that maybe they left some sort of project that they were in, left a company that they were working for, some sort of situation. Yeah, they left some sort of workplace situation they were in order, I think, to have more autonomy. I think they wanted to be less of a member of a team, which is what they had to be when they were in this Three of Pentacles. They had to sort of work as a group, as a member of a team. They wanted to be more on their own and just doing their own thing, making their own choices here with the Prince of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And so you don't know about this. Is there some, I mean, why is it coming up now? Why is it relevant, or why does the person watching need to know this? So we have the Two of Cups. I think it could be something where the two of you would understand each other, or there would be like a mutual empathy. And, or it could be, for some of you, it could inspire you to do the same. I mean, some of you, I think you'll empathize because maybe you've had a similar experience, and other people might be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe I should do that too. And now that you've done it, I can do it as well. All right, so finally, let me get some advice for you about this person. We get the Five of Pentacles. I feel like even you maybe have somewhat of a contentious relationship or connection or interaction with this person with the Five of Pentacles. But to me, the Five of Pentacles is about not giving up and understanding that, you know, we can struggle in our relationship or our interaction with someone. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, right? The Five of Pentacles is like, well, we have to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge nothing is ever perfect anyway. So I think your spirit guides are saying to try to embrace your connection with this person. I'm also getting the Eight of Wands, and they're saying, like, be open and honest. Like, don't be afraid. Sometimes the best way to work through a struggle with someone is just to stop holding back and just let it out and tell the person what is really on your mind. And with the Six of Wands, you might be surprised how well they actually take it when you're just direct. I think you're expecting them to like attack back or something, when in fact I think they would find it more refreshing or something. And ultimately, it doesn't matter how they feel exactly, because you deserve to be able to speak your truth. Respectfully, of course, but... All right, my Dandelion group and everyone else who might have made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.